Judge Ed Shem, appearing on behalf of the state.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tom Roselle, on behalf of Joseph Ragan, here for sentencing. I reviewed the pre-sentence report with my client. It appears to be accurate with no additions, deletions, corrections. We'd ask Your Honor to sentence in accordance with the plea agreement. I've also gone over Joseph's appeal rights, and he understands them. So, in Your Honor, queries and he'll understand. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything from the state?
Yes, Judge. I'm going to ask that Your Honor find aggravating factors 3 and 9, given what I've read in the PSA and what I know about Mr. Ragan. I think Your Honor should consider mitigating factor 7. He does not have a criminal history. This is his first indictable conviction. I'm going to also ask that Your Honor give him mitigating factor 12. In general, mitigating factor 12 does not apply to someone who is helping his own case generally. However, in this particular case, without Mr. Ragan coming forward shortly after what I will characterize as a murder, we would not be here. So, given the unique circumstances, he was not a charged defendant. He was somebody who, in the throes of using methamphetamine, being involved in this murder, saw it fit to come forward and reveal his activities, his criminal activities during the murder of Ms. Cruddas. So because of that, Judge, I'm going to ask Your Honor to consider 12. He is 23 years old. I think mitigating factor 12 is also appropriate. Judge, I've learned a long time ago that we're not really here to judge people whether they're good or bad. Good people do bad things, and bad people do good things. What Mr. Ragan did in this particular circumstance was bad. He's taken responsibility for it. He has agreed to help the state in prosecuting Ms. Erickson, and for that, the recommendation is to a second-degree range, 5 years, no early release, and that is the state's position. Thank you.
Anything further on your end, Mr.
Just that, yes, Judge. I think Mr. Shin met mitigating factor 14 because of his age under 26. And also, at the appropriate time, my client would like to read a statement in to the Your Honor and the court and the family. Thank you.
Right, thank you. All right, and again, Mr. Ragan is before the court for sentencing under indictment 2503-140, count 2, whereby he pled guilty to the amended charge of drug-induced death, first-degree offense, to be sentenced in the second-degree range. Did you want to say something, Mr. Ragan?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You can stay seated.
I would like to say that all it takes is half a second to change someone's life. One wrong choice or one wrong decision to put your life on a path you never saw coming. But no matter how many times I ask for forgiveness or say sorry, deep down inside, there's nothing I can say that comes close to how sorry I really am for Emily, her family, and her friends. There isn't a day that goes by I don't think about her. I truly am sorry. This shouldn't have happened. I truly hope that one day Emily's family will find it in their hearts to forgive me.
All right, thank you. And is there any family here in court?
Judge, the family is not here. We've been in communication with them, and they are aware of what the sentence will be for Mr. Ragan. I do want to acknowledge them. They've been very brave. Obviously, lots of emotion through this process. This is hopefully the first of several other prosecutions in this case. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Give me just one moment.
Tom, you need a copy of that so I can send it to you. Yeah.
All right, and the court, having heard statements of counsel as well as the defendant, is ready to sentence this defendant. The defendant is 23 years old. He is not married, has no children. He did not graduate high school. The sentence decision is based in part upon information contained in the pre-sentence report or information contained in this court record. Court finds aggravating factor 3, the risk the defendant will commit another crime for the following reasons. A review of his prior court and criminal history indicates that the instant offense represents the entirety of his record. First arrest and no known prior disorderly persons, DWIs, or indictable convictions. History convinces the court that the defendant is likely to recidivate. Court weighs aggravating factor 3 as slight, based upon the same evidence discussed previously. Court finds aggravating factor 9 as both general and specific deterrence. Court finds aggravating factor 9 and gives it substantial weight. Court finds mitigating factors 7, 12, and 14. And the court does find that in balancing the factors, given not just their number, but also their quality and nature, the aggravating factors clearly and substantially outweigh the mitigating factors. This was a negotiated plea between state and defendant. Thus, it's afforded a presumption of reasonableness. Sentence recommendation contained in the plea agreement is appropriate, and it will be followed. Accordingly, the court shall sentence the defendant as follows. On indictment 2503, 140, count 1, again as amended to drug-induced death, which is a strict liability offense. First-degree offense sentenced as a second-degree, 5 years under the new Early Release Act, must serve 85% of the sentence, which is approximately 4 years and 3 months, with a 5-year term of parole supervision following incarceration. It needs to testify truthfully against the co-defendant or co-defendants. Jail credit 396 days, BCCA 100, SSCP 75, LAPA 30. Defendant to provide a DNA sample. Court will dismiss remaining counts and any related DPs. And the court does note that there are no victims or the victim's family in the courtroom, and I did solicit that information. So you have 45 days from today to appeal your conviction and sentence. If you can't afford counsel, public defender's office will represent you. If you miss that 45-day deadline, you can ask for an extension if you show good cause. If you miss the extended deadline, you may lose your right to appeal. You have 5 years from today to make an application for post-conviction relief unless there is an exception. Do you understand those appellate rights explained to you, sir? And you signed the appellate rights forms? Based on what you said, I'm satisfied to understand your appellate rights. Sign the form. Good luck to you, sir.
Sorry.